This is the Vivo TWS Neo, Vivo's first attempt at a truly wireless stereo earphone, and this looks really beautiful and it's a bit difficult to capture on camera, so forgive me for that, and it captures all the reflection as well as the light. But in this video we're going to be taking a look at this in detail to understand whether or not it's worth purchasing and worth your money. And before we get this started, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications for more videos like this. Now let's begin the video. So I'd like to start by talking about the design itself. This here is the starry blue variant, and there's also a moonlight white variant that you can buy, which does not come with the gradient sort of finish, but is a bit more easier to manage if you don't like fingerprints. So as you can see, this has a black to a sort of silvery blue sort of gradient, but the main thing that you will notice is that it's quite prone to fingerprints as well as scratches, especially due to its plastic build. Now the build quality is good, but the plastic means that it is more prone to scratches, but it also means that it's quite light. So the casing along with the earphones comes in at around 45 grams, and the earphones both together is slightly under 9 grams each. At the bottom you have USB Type-C port. You also get the Vivo branding here, an LED indicator, as well as the pairing button over here, which you will need to use regardless of whether you're using a Vivo phone or any other smartphone itself. Now this has a slight indent here in order to open the case, and it's fairly easy to open or close with one single hand, but you will need to make use of two hands in order to take the earphones out. And coming to the earphones themselves, they are actually a stem type of design, and while they are not as large or as long in terms of the stem type design, it's still not stem free type of design, and some people may like that or some people may not like that. Now generally what happens is the stem type design means you get better call quality, at least when it comes to the microphones, and we'll be talking about that very soon. But these also come with wear detection and have free type of design where one size fits all and does not go into your ear canals. Now I'm generally not a fan of this type of design because I actually prefer something that goes into your ear, gives a sound seal fit. But there are people who prefer this, as well as this does not give them any type of discomfort, especially for long duration, and they don't feel claustrophobic. So in that respect, these are very comfortable to wear even for extended duration. There's no ear pain or fatigue that I've felt even after extended time of using it, and they're quite light as well, like I mentioned earlier. Now coming to the sound, these have 14.2 millimeter drivers, and they are quite powerful in terms of the bass, and you also have separate modes in order to make it better by enabling certain settings that you get in Vivo phones alone. So that brings me to the point of pairing. So if you have any regular Android device, what you need to do is head over to the Bluetooth settings, click pair new device, make use of the pairing button here, and then pair it. And once you do that, you have a few different settings that you can access. But if you need the full range of functionality that this earphones, that is the TWS Neo, provides, you have to make use of a Vivo phone. So in our case, we were using the X50 Pro to showcase the features, and this basically has so many different features in terms of accessing the touch functionality. So the stem and the portion here basically have touch functionality. So by default, a double tap will play or pause your music, but you can also make use of that or customize it to go to the previous song or next song, or wake up the assistant. So by default, removing the earphones will automatically pause the music, but considering that these have double tap to actually play pause separately in terms of control, some people may choose to disable it, unlike say the Oppo W31, which didn't have play pause controls, and you absolutely needed to make use of the wear detection in order to use the play pause functionality. Now in terms of battery life, these are rated for 4.5 hours on a single charge and up to 22.5 hours with the case itself, and in our use we got around 4 hours or slightly more than that on a single charge. Of course this depends on the amount of volume that you use per charge, for example, and in total also we got similar to the claimed amount in terms of battery life as well. In terms of audio quality, this was good in terms of getting audio from the party at the other end, but our audio was not all that great, and we did a test side by side using the microphone on the Vivo TWS Neo as well as the X50 Pro, and I was able to clearly make a distinction between which one was actually the earphone and which one was the phone itself, and people were also telling me that it felt a bit distant and it felt a bit lower in terms of clarity. So in terms of calling, the mic is not all that great. This is Sandeep from Rev Atlas, and this is the built-in mic on the Vivo X50 Pro capturing my voice. Let me know how it is compared to the Vivo TWS Neo. Hey guys, this is Sandeep from Rev Atlas, and this is the microphone on the Vivo TWS Neo capturing my voice. Let me know how it is in comparison to the default mic. Coming to gaming, these have an ultra low latency of 88 milliseconds, which they say will be rolled out with a software update very soon. But even without that, these are one of the best in terms of latency. If you're thinking of gaming or using it for those sort of purposes, this is a very good earphone. In terms of music, I quite liked it overall. I would say that the bass is a bit muted by default, but you can actually go into the settings and enable the bass mode to enhance the bass. So if you are someone who prefers that, you can do that, but by default is a bit muted, especially considering that this does not go into your ear all that much, and sound from outside also comes in. It sort of dilutes the entire experience. There was no delay in terms of watching videos, so there was no sync issues between someone speaking or the actual video on screen, so that way it was fine as well. But like I said, my main issue with this was mainly the call quality in terms of the microphone, and the other issue being the fact that if you are someone who does not have a Vivo smartphone, then this is quite limited on functionality, especially considering this costs rupees 5,990. So it's pretty good in terms of the functionality, in terms of the quality, in terms of the overall package, but provided you have a Vivo phone already. So if you have an X50, an X50 Pro or any other Vivo phone that supports these functionalities, then this makes sense. Else I would say it's better to look at some other earphone, considering that most of the things or advantages that you get with this won't be applicable to you if you don't have a Vivo phone. In terms of the range also, this did pretty well. I forgot to mention that, so I'm just talking about it. So this had no issue in terms of connectivity, regardless of whether you were using a regular phone or a Vivo phone, but it's just that the functionality is enhanced when you use a Vivo phone. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, do let us know in the comment section below. I'll include a link in the description as well as in the comment section through a pinned comment if you want to buy this. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again in the next one.